our souls. In this month's bundle, the Dragon Trail is waiting for you. 3D print highly detailed agent-themed STL. Sign up now.
What do you know of sea turtles?
To be a samurai is to live in stillness. Proof of what it takes to defend the village of Jidai from the demonic oni.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
are we on? Oh, hello everyone. How are you doing?
Hello there.
Wait, you took your mask off?
Of course I did.
God damn it!
Yes.
We had agreed on a thing, man.
I mean,
It's fine. It's fine.
if you wanted
I
to
can't-
do your kabuki theater, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I can't really see anything from inside here. Anyway, the eyes are like really small, but these masks are awesome.
True.
So hello everyone, and welcome to the full bundle reveal of our May Fantasy Bundle, Tales of Ryūbōken.
Tales of Ryūbōken. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to get through today, and there's a lot of, a couple of announcements that we need to make. We do have a painted version of the mask that we're going to be showing
Yes.
a little bit later, and that one looks awesome. But I didn't want to break
Hidden.
it. Yeah, I have this thing going today, and there's a lot of people here at Loot that have like bets going on. I have an 11-day streak without breaking anything here at Loot, and I'm trying to keep it going. So make your bets.
Yeah, so how long do you think this live stream will take before we break one of the minis?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's a lot. So let's start.
Let's start. Let us know if you guys can hear us well, if there are any issues, and we will get right on to fixing that. But we should probably start with a couple of announcements, starting with a couple of video announcements.
Okay, so the long-awaited video Resin versus FDM, which is a video which we're going to compare both methods and what is best for each. It's finally coming out, maybe this week, maybe next week, but it is coming out. And we also have something kind of cooking, and it is more of a documentary behind-the-scenes video about our beloved character Kayaks. So stay tuned. We don't have a date for this one yet, but it's going to be fun. So should we move on to our next?
Yes, let's talk a little bit about the Legendarium of Dragons.
Okay.
This, of course, is the fifth bundle in our Legendarium of Dragons season. And just talk a little bit about the season system that we came up with. It's something new that we are experimenting with, and it's this thing where every bundle has one model, namely in this bundle, this one,
Yes.
that has a connection with the theme of the season. So for the Legendary of Dragons, we chose dragons, which means every single bundle from January to June is going to have at least one draconic creature. We also have a story, a background story going on that kind of goes over everything and connects everything. And where can they find that, Luca?
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the story and how it's being written. Every bundle in the extra content section will have a story so far or a Legendarium of Dragons magazine, which is telling kind of the story behind the scenes that is connecting all the bundles in the season. And also each of the bundles has a specific page of the Legendarium of Dragons written by Headmaster Savros. So
yeah, or Headmaster Savros from Lockswords Academy,
Exactly.
or March bundle, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been really fun working with this season system. This first one was kind of just a test. We were testing out the waters, and it actually allowed us to do a lot of fun things. So we are thinking about doing it again. Let us know if you like the idea. We should get to the models of this bundle, but I just wanted to mention a couple of things. We will be announcing the name of our next fantasy bundle at the end of the live stream.
The last bundle for the season.
The last bundle for the season, the June bundle. And a couple of people that have, we have released some concept art in our community. A couple of you have already seen it, and we're going to show it again at the end of this live stream. But this concept art, this illustration actually, is for Alferiox, the dragon forebearer.
Looks so cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool one. But a couple of you were thinking that is going to be our June dragon. No. That is our season dragon.
Yes.
We still have one more dragon to reveal for June.
So that is the 7th dragon.
Yeah, so stick around until the end of the live stream and we'll give you some clues about it.
Yeah.
But we should probably get started because there's a lot of cool stuff.
Okay,
and
should we talk a little bit about the lore before we jump
Sure.
straight in? Okay, so we have 2 lores to cover, actually. The first one is simpler. It's the village of Jidai, which is the cast that we're following here, are being attacked by the Oni and by the yokai, and they need to send a group of heroes to get to their guardian protector, the dragon ZhongTian. So that is the lore for this bundle, and behind the scenes, we follow what's happening with ZhongTian, who is receiving the visit of an old friend. So check that out.
Yeah, definitely check that out. It's one of the coolest pieces of lore that we have written so far. I really like that one. But let's start with our first hero for this bundle,
Yes.
which is actually going to be Bushido Master Kame. So just a second, you guys. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
And let's show off the concept art. And this concept art was done by Guilherme Sakalauskas. And the sculpt, which we are going to take a look at that now, was done by Wellington Ramos. And this one, I think we've done a couple of turtles so far.
Yes.
A couple of turtle folk. And we did a turtle folk monk, and then I think we did actually like a couple of turtle folk monks, right? And then yeah, this is a turtle folk samurai, and I think we're moving towards completing this set.
Yes.
And you guys absolutely know which set we are talking about. Yeah, and it's really fun. It's a very fun character to do. Turtle folk are always fun characters to do, right?
They are, and this is probably the most detailed turtle folk so far because he looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, just the armor details, right? And you will notice that this time we have something a little bit different than we usually do. So let's move on to the live version here of the model, which is all of our 75mm models for this bundle have been painted.
Yes.
It is and the reason we were able to do this is because we have actually been working on this bundle for a while. This bundle almost came out last year, but it was a very ambitious project, and we wanted to make sure that we would have time to do it properly. So we ended up, making the decision of pushing it forward a little bit. And the artists here did an amazing job with this model. Like all of the wrinkles on the turtle skin, on the turtle leather here. The paint job here is by Vanessa. Do you guys know Vanessa's last name?
No, not quite.
Yeah, someone from the team, if you guys know, like she's like we have such talented people working with us here at Loot, you guys.
And I love the Japanese styled armor. It looks amazing with
Yeah.
the shell of the
Yeah,
turtle.
it's like samurai style, like lamellar armor.
Exactly.
Right? It just fits so well. And he has lighter armor on his back because he doesn't need it. I love the little detail, like the little nubby tail here. Yeah, this one is absolutely amazing. And yeah, we are going to complete the set of the Ninja Turtles. We should probably get around to doing a Rat Folk
I was
or
thinking
Master
about that.
Splinter,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So yeah, this is our Bushido Master Kame.
Okay.
So next up, let's talk about a really, really cool character. A little bit of pop culture reference as well. Rurouni Yasuke or Yasuke. The concept art there is by Cleidiane Silva. Cleidiane is always delivering some amazing work for us. And the sculpt, which we're going to take a look at now, was done by Samuel Salles.
And it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I absolutely love the hair on this one, but I also love the color scheme that Vanessa went with. I'm actually not sure if all of them were painted by Vanessa. Were they? I'm actually not sure. But whoever painted this one went with a really, really cool color scheme for him. So let's check out the actual live version here. Just look at this. I love the kind of yellowish golden tones in the skin. They just make it feel like there's a light shining on him.
They even make that like the bruising effects kind of pop off and make him look like he's healed and ready for a new battle.
Yeah, this is a badass dude, right? That's the one thing you know about him.
I love how the mini works around like the wind effect of his hair blowing to a direction, and the cape kind of also blowing towards that direction. It gives a lot of movement to this mini, and it has a really
so this one was painted by Felipe, actually. Felipe from Kirin Studios, if you guys want to check him out. So if you guys want to, if someone from the team wants to drop a link to Felipe later, just his social media stuff, I think that would be great. This one is absolutely amazing, and I love it. It's and actually we do have a bust of him. Unfortunately, the busts are not painted, but we can see a lot more detail in them. Like the facial expressions on this one.
I love the detailing on the hair as well. I think it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, this hair just kind of got to me. I am losing mine. It's one of those things I can't quite avoid it. So yeah, this one kind of triggers me a little bit.
I mean, if you want to grow it out,
in a good way. Yeah. Oh Jesus, it's just so nice. I love the wrapping around the wrist here. Our artists always find ways to add a lot of texture, even if it's just a couple of scars, a couple of extra cloth. It's just so good.
Yeah, but it makes the mini so much more complex, which is really, really nice.
Yes, and I think we are ready to move on to our next character.
Okay, so let's move on to our last hero of the bundle. This is Takumi Kitsune.
I didn't break anything. Some of you guys may have seen me drop some stuff, but nothing is broken yet.
It has survived. It has endured. So we have Takumi, who is our kitsune, a person possessed by the spirit of a fox. The concept art for Takumi was done by Lua Marques, and it was sculpted by Thales Augusto, which we're gonna see right now. Yeah, and this mini has a couple of different versions. One with the fox ears and one without, and also with the tails, right?
Yeah, like we kind of know, whenever we do an anthropomorphic animal kind of character, A lot of you like it, but some of you don't. I think it has something to do with, the furry thing.
Yeah.
So, when we do a character that is like her, that's like kind of half and half, we know that we have to do a couple of versions of it. And this one wasn't all that difficult. It was just kind of the ears and the tail. We do have the clear version here. Unfortunately, this one is also not painted, but I think I'm gonna actually steal this one for my home. And this is a character that would work very, very well as a fighter or as a monk. I think Kensei monk would be quite suitable.
Exactly. Yeah. What's the name of that weapon? I'm trying to remember.
It's
right now.
the Guandao, I believe.
Exactly.
Yeah, and sorry, there's a lot of names in this bundle that are kind of hard for us to pronounce.
Exactly.
And that's on us. That's fine. We came up with the names, but they all look amazing. I love the hair here.
It is absolutely amazing. I really appreciate whenever we do like a polearm character. I love playing characters that wield polearms. And we also have a bust version, right?
Yeah, we have 2 busts for her. So we actually have a total of 4 busts if we include the 2 different versions of her. So we have the the regular version and the fox spirit version with the little fox ears.
Okay.
So yeah, so pick whatever version you think will fit your style better. Let me actually hand off some of these stuff to Luca.
Let's try to clear the table because we do have a lot of things to go through today.
Yes.
Okay.
And what is our next character?
Our next character is the first of our archetypical heroes, kind of. He is the Killer Shinobi. The concept art for the Killer Shinobi was done by Gustavo Rosetto, which is on the screen right now. It looks amazing. And the sculpted version was done by Andrew E. Let's take a look at that. Okay, this is kind of our Shinobi who has some ninjutsu scrolls, and that's kind of represented on his base.
Yeah, like this character is just kind of awesome, right? This so this is perfect for like a rogue and it's absolutely amazing. Like the storytelling in the base is also great. I love this base. Sometimes we do more simple bases, but sometimes we like to go all out and do something like this, something that is a little bit different and fun.
And I think it really, really complements the character. Yeah, he is absolutely amazing. I love the detailing on the clothing, and I love the attention to detail they had to create the ensemble of this clothing.
The sculpt has a lot of details.
Yes.
Like from the concept art, the sculpt has a lot of details. And all of them really, really pop out with the paintwork here.
Yeah.
All of the metal bits, the knives, the kunai, the sword hilt here, the scrolls, all of it just works so well.
I think it's good to mention that it's not exactly historically accurate. We really try to get inspired by the things that we see in history, but we like to give our own spin.
Yes, whenever we do, Viking fantasy, for instance, with Journey to Valhalla, we don't do it perfectly accurate to history because that's kind of sometimes it's not fun to do just that.
Exactly.
Whenever we do a real world inspired bundle, like we did this a couple of times with like Egypt and Greece and Rome and stuff like that, we try to add a little bit of flavor. And this I think this is a fine example. This is a character that you would probably see in a lot of really, really cool video game art, right?
Absolutely.
I love the little headdress here.
Yeah.
So let's move on to our next character.
Okay.
Which is actually the Honorable Samurai. We can't. So we did Yasuke, right? But we can't do a full, Japanese or Asian inspired bundle without having a samurai. The concept art that you guys are seeing that was done by Gisa Kalauskas, and actually for the next couple of characters, the concept art was done by him as well. But let's check out the sculpt. And the sculpt for this samurai was done by Thiago Sahi.
Honestly, it is amazing. It's one of my favorite miniatures for this bundle.
Yeah, this one it's your classic samurai warrior. You know, fits very very well for a paladin or a fighter. I love this one is actually fairly historically accurate.
Yeah.
You can actually use this for a couple of historical games.
It is also connected to one of the objects we're going to cover in a bit.
Yeah,
But
yeah. And it is also connected to our next character. Just look at this and all of the detail. Like the gold really makes all of the symbols here pop out.
We don't have a lot of his face, but the little bit we have is just it has so much personality. I love it.
Yeah. I absolutely love this one. Let's hope I don't accidentally break it or something. And let's actually showcase our next couple of characters, because we have the Kirin rider and we have the Kirin. So let's show the Kirin rider first. And so the Kirin rider is the Honorable Samurai. It was also has concept art by the same artist, and it was also sculpted by Tiago Sahi. But the Kirin himself, which is the kind of mystical horse-like being underneath, has concept art by Gui as well, and it was sculpted by Alexandre Oliveira.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. The Kirin is just awesome. Yeah, this is your this is an alternative if you have like a find greater steed spell. This is an awesome alternative to just having a plain unicorn. Nothing against unicorns, but I think this Kirin is just freaking awesome. So let's showcase both the Kirin and the rider version of the samurai. And they come like this actually. Look at this. Look at the Kirin. Look at how majestic this guy is.
And the painting in there just, evokes that feeling to me.
Yeah, this is just the color scheme here just screams celestial creature.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
look at the scales on this creature. It kind of really complements on the styling that we, the sculpting that the sculpture has.
And then we have the rider that fits right in here. And I'm gonna be very careful because he's not glued in, so I am not going to drop him. Look, he's petting it. He's petting the Kirin. Look how good that is.
That is
Yes,
just
the
perfect.
Kirin is just freaking awesome.
Okay. Should
Should
we?
we should probably move on to our next guy in the list here.
Okay. So the next.
Yeah, and take this away from me.
I will. Don't worry. This is probably the one that we had the highest chance to break. It didn't break. We're good. So next up, the next kind of protector of ZhongTian, this is Sun Wukong, and probably everyone knows this absolutely incredible character. This is the Monkey King. So the concept art for Sun Wukong was done by Leonardo Santana, and it was sculpted by Alessandro Oliveira. Can we take a look at that? Yeah, that is absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
Sun Wukong here. A lot of stuff in the set has a little bit of a Japanese vibe going on. Sun Wukong has a little bit of a different vibe.
Yeah.
It is more Chinese or Korean inspired. Whenever we do a set like this, it's not often that we get to do a set like this. So we try to fit in as much as we can of the references that we love. And for Sun Wukong, we didn't want to go full on Son Goku. We didn't want to go full on Dragon Ball. But yeah, the colors here are just freaking amazing, and I love the base.
It
The
is
clouds in
amazing.
the base.
I love the cloud effects in this bundle, especially because we're seeing this minis printed and painted. It's absolutely amazing.
And the staff here, the way he's holding on to the staff,
Yeah.
kind of like there's actually a couple of there are street performers that do stuff like this, but there's actually several monks that do something like this as well.
The kind of
And it's-
balance on the
yeah,
quarter staff.
and it's really really difficult, and
Yeah.
it's really impressive when they do it.
It's really cool. And the swirling effect of every kind of asset on this miniature is absolutely amazing. Look at the clouds around him. Look at the cloth kind of
Yeah,
hugging
the
him.
movement, the flow of the model, like there's the headdress here, and then there's the scarf thing. There's the tail that flows into the clouds. It's just kind of really amazing.
Exactly. And the personality that it lends to the miniature is
Yeah,
absolutely
and like all of the little details, all like the dots in the eyes. Like, how the hell can our artists paint this stuff?
yeah,
It's just
absolutely amazing.
really amazing.
Okay.
Let's move on to our next one, which is a very fun one.
Yeah, this one comes with a history. It's going to be interesting. This is the Tanuki. It is our next guardian for ZhongTian. The concept art for the Tanuki was done by Lua Marques, and the sculpted version was done by Daniel dos Santos. And this is a funny creature in folklore and myth.
Yeah, maybe we don't need to go exactly into why that is. If you Google it, you'll
Exactly.
find out what the Japanese like about the Tanuki. We wanted to do a reference to that and to create, a smallish character that could be used by a player, but can also, if you do the 75mm version, or even if you just blow it up, it's just a really cool model to have as a decoration piece. And he has a frog. He has a giant frog.
Yes, it's amazing. Once again, like the smoke effect for this bundle are just perfect.
Yeah, I really like all the hair that we do, but the fur here as well. I'm actually gonna show you guys a little bit of a secret. Once in a while, we don't paint. Real quick. There we go. Once in a while, we don't paint the back sides of the models when we are pressed for time, because we just really need the front side for the marketing stuff, and then we go back later and we finish it up. But this one is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that is amazing.
Oh yeah, so we have a smoke painting tutorial on our Instagram right now. So if you're having trouble getting your smoke just right, definitely go check that out. I love the big pink lips on the frog.
Exactly. Like, just show a little bit of the bundle on the back. I love the detailing, like for each part of it.
Yeah, like the texture on the It's like a straw basket or something.
Yeah, this is a straw basket.
It's straw weaving, right?
Yes, exactly. With cloth and a rope. This is just so much detail for this movie.
Yeah, and another pipe, because you gotta have your pipes for different occasions.
You gotta have your backup pipe. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is really cool.
And the bamboo staff here, like we should try to do this more often. I don't know if we're going to be able to paint every single bundle forever now.
Yes.
But whenever we can, it just makes all of the detail, all of the hard work from the concept artists and from the sculptors and from the painters, like really everything just really comes together and it really makes it pop out.
Absolutely. Just answering Simon Schonard, yes, the tutorial is on Instagram for painting smoke, so check that out. Now let's move to our next model, the first of the yokai who are actually attacking the village of Jidai. This is the Jiangshi. This is really cool, guys. This is kind of the more Asian-centered version of the vampire. The concept art for the Jiangshi, which you're seeing right now, was done by Cleidiane Silva, and the sculpted version was done by Rodrigo Graça, which we are going to take a look at right now.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's kind of the classic, kind of Chinese hopping vampire, right?
Exactly.
There's some stuff about that in the lore. They are always they are usually depicted as kind of funny looking, almost.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, so they're usually played for jokes, but this one we want to make it kind of really scary, and I think we achieved it. So yeah, I think we can showcase the actual model here. I love the braids in this one.
The braids for this one are amazing, and I have to say props to Vanessa for drawing the bujang on the amulet on his face.
Are you sure it was Vanessa on this one?
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, because there was a couple of different artists for this one, people have been tagging them in the comments.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was Vanessa, there was Felipe from Kirin Studios. Maybe Marcia painted some of these as well. I believe Marcia painted the dragon and the tower.
Pagoda, yes.
Yeah.
This is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, all of the little details here are just kind of insane.
I love it. Okay.
Should we move on to our next one?
Yes, let's do that.
And next one is a great one. It's okay. So we needed to do a geisha, right? So we did a couple of things with this one. So let's take a look at the disguised akamata.
Okay.
The concept art that you guys are seeing there was done by Lua Marques. And the sculpt was done by Lariana de Paula.
It looks incredible.
And for both versions of her, because we have two versions. We have a version that is just kind of, you know, a geisha playing a musical instrument.
Yeah, but don't get fooled. The name is Disguise Akamata, so...
So what is she? So she is disguised as a geisha, right? But this one is just absolutely amazing. All the little details there, the little kind of heart-shaped lips.
Yeah.
The just flow of the robe here. She's sitting on this high stool. It's just absolutely amazing. But then she can transform, and she can show you her true colors, so to speak, and show you her tail. So this one is based a little bit on the D&D creatures, the UNT, right? I think the UNT Malisons are the ones that have the large tails. And yeah, this one is just absolutely amazing. And that's not all. We have another version of her, which is the bust. So let's check out the bust for her real quick. Yeah, there we go. And this one, we can really see a lot of the detail here. We did have to change a couple of things with this bust. So, you know, this one is made so the sleeves, the robe sleeves kind of sit flush with the ground here, you know. So we do have to make these type of adjustments whenever for some of the models. But we knew that if you guys were going to want a bust, you were going to want a bust of our akamata, of our geisha for this bundle.
Okay.
Love the flower here, and like all of the little details really pop out on the painted version. Yeah, that's a shamisen. I'm actually not sure. You know, musical instruments are sometimes kind of hard for us to get just right. Sometimes they're missing a string, or they have an extra string or something like that, and it's fine. It happens. So we apologize for that.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to do that on a miniature scale.
Yes, so let's move on to our next character, which is going to be a tengu, the Konoha tengu. And let me grab this one real quick. And the Konoha tengu has concept art by Cleidiane Silva. And it was sculpted by Tiago Sahi.
Oh,
ooh, sorry, wrong one.
Yeah, we'll
just a second. There we go. And that is the Konoha tengu. And the tengu, you know, they have if you've been watching Demon Slayers, you know you get the reference. This one is a little bit more of an evil spirit of a yokai or an oni. The wings here make him really creepy, and the legs as well, like the kind of yeah, this is some fun stuff going on here with this character.
I love the shape of the wings, where they come out from. It kind of gives him that kind of evil vibe.
Yeah, they are almost like getting ready to embrace you, but not in a nice way.
Oh yeah, yes. And let's look a little bit at the end of his staff. Look at that.
Yeah, there's a lantern and a couple of gourds here, and just a full up skull.
Exactly, that is really amazing.
And check out the legs. So he's, you know, kind of walking on stilts here, wooden legs. and is a really really fun character. You could definitely play this if you want to use this as a player. You can place this as some sort of creepy Aarakocra,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I'm actually not sure. Do the wings come separate in the print? Lucas, do you know if the wings come as separate pieces in this one?
I don't know.
Ooh. Yeah, I believe they do, but don't quote me on that. So yeah, again, amazing work by all of our artists, and it's really fun to be able to show you guys the painted version of the minis because it really showcases like all of the detail and all of the artistry, and it's just awesome. And let's get into the oni now.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, the oni are kind of the main antagonists for this bundle, and they are part of a class of creatures that we do once in a while in our bundles. That is, we do something like this. No, this. Yes, this side. The oni brute. But then we also do a spellcaster of some kind and a more agile creature. So that's how we get variety without just changing the poses of the models just a little bit, which is not something we like to do all of that often. So yeah, the Oni Brute that you guys are seeing there has concept art by Guilherme Neri, and it was sculpted by Wellington Ramos. So let's take a look at that sculpt, and they turned out. I almost dropped something.
We are good.
We are good.
Yeah.
And yeah, this guy is just a chunky boy.
Yeah, the whole sculpt conveys weight, and I love it.
Yeah, this guy, like, as he's walking around, the ground is trembling, and he's a really, really big and intimidating type of giant thing. And let me just adjust things here a little bit so you guys can see all of it. And the paint work on this one just makes all the little details, like the folds on the flesh here are on the sculpt, but the details of the paintwork just make it pop out and make it so much more visible.
It's really incredible.
Yeah, all of these little details, the metallic painting on his staff here, the bells, the bow, the rope bow here, like the armor, is just everything just comes together and makes this amazing model just stand out, right? And like, look at this. I'm gonna take the samurai. This is a great fight. This is going to be a great show off.
Absolutely.
Right. So yeah, all of the models in this bundle, a lot of them have very very dynamic poses, and they will work very well for a diorama. Yes.
I love the bronze effect on every single piece of metal on this creature. It's really cool. And the Hannya mask on the belt as well is just the coolest detail.
Yes. Oh, this one's so cool. But we do have to move on.
Yes.
So why don't you take it away, Luca, with our next couple of Oni?
Let's talk about our more agile version of the Oni. This is the many-armed Oni. The concept art for this one was done by Guilherme Neri. And look at that. That's really cool. And the sculpted version was done by Rodrigo Graça. So let's take a look at that. Just a moment. We have a lot of videos for this bundle, so bear with us.
There appears to be something wrong and the video is not loading.
Yeah.
We may need to...
there we go.
There we go.
Okay. So yeah, this is our RGL version. This is our 4-armed Oni, and it is amazing.
Ooh, just a second, you guys. Just a second.
Okay.
We're going to... If the video is not showing, you can just show it at the...
Okay. Cool.
Oh, okay, let's...
There we go. Yeah, I think...
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So this is the many-armed Oni.
I love it, and I love what he's sitting on. Look at that, like that. I don't know. Is it a rock, a sculpture?
It's actually, it may be an ancient dead Oni. It may be just a statue, but it's something creepy.
Yeah, it's cool either way.
Yeah.
It is absolutely
I
awesome.
really like this one. This kind of, you know, the many-armed demon, the kind of Ashura type character. So yeah, this is supposed to be the more agile, the faster, hits more times kind of enemy for the Oni trio here.
Yeah, just look on the detailing on all his hands. They're all kind of doing different things, and they just convey that sense of you don't want to face this creature. It is absolutely amazing. And I love kind of the hair color just slowly turning to like a very
Yeah, a very faint like purplish, right?
yes. Yeah, it's really cool.
There's a lot of details here that, you know, our artists or sculptors try to, you know, we start with the concept art with as much detail as we can fit in there. Sometimes we actually have to pull the concept artists, you know, we had to hold them off just a
Yeah.
little bit. But we do try to fit as much as we can. Then our sculptors do this amazing work, and the painters just make everything stand out. So in the video now, you guys actually get to see all of the little details, all the little pieces that go into an amazing model like this. We should move on now to our
Our Oni Mage, the
and
last
our,
of the Oni.
yeah, and our last Oni and our last character before the big one.
Yes. Okay, so this is the Oni Mage, which you're seeing right now. The concept art for him was done by Guilherme Neri as well, and the sculptor version was done by Victor de Paula. And yeah, like if we're talking about the smoke effect for the other miniatures, this one just brings it all together. Look at this. It's swirling, it's giving him depth. It feels like he's standing on the top of a mountain, and it's just so cool. Okay.
So yeah, let's showcase the actual model here. I really like this one. The kind of spear shaft here, and because you know his staff is also a spear, he could work as a fighter, as some sort of warrior.
Master swordsman kind of.
Yep. And yeah, this one is just so cool.
It is really amazing. I love the face for this one. I love how all the
Yeah, and I love all of the, you know, painted on details on
didn't
the
know
robes here.
that's perfect. Really cool.
And the little, you know, the little emblem with some fire on it. I love the metallic colors and the use our artist made of it. The big pipe. Like we could have done this pipe as a prop,
We've done it.
but
Yeah.
there are enough props in this model.
There are so many props. You guys are gonna love it. Yeah, the scroll kind of
Yeah, and
across
even
his
like
body.
the swirling mists in the base here just make it so fun. It's such a cool model.
Okay.
But I think it's time that we move on to our last model, our last character model,
Yes.
which is our dragon for this bundle, which is ZhongTian, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that, you know, a little bit off, but it's ZhongTian the Enlightened, or kind of Asian-inspired dragon, or serpent dragon. The concept art that you guys are seeing there was done by Daniel Senna, and the sculpt was done by Danny Boy, which is actually Danny Boy Sanchez, one of our top artists actually.
That is such an amazing sculpt and such an amazing video, actually. We're gonna have some time at the end to actually showcase and see a little bit of the
Bundle
for this
video, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, this one is just awesome. I think part of the idea for this whole bundle was just, okay, we need to do this dragon. How are we going to do it? And then the whole bundle kind of comes together after that.
Exactly.
I'm actually able, and I'm going to be very careful of this, because this one is actually not connected to the base. So I'm gonna try to give you guys a better look at the model.
There we go.
I really hope I don't drop this. Ooh.
Like Look at the style of the hair for this creature.
Look, it's just so big. This is the 75 millimeter version. We do have the 32 millimeter version, but just look at the 75 people.
I love the
Just
detail of the little
like
red.
yeah, if you wanna summon Chen Long, this is the bundle for you.
Exactly. Like everything in this one is just perfect. It's difficult to pick one detail and focus on that because everything is just amazing. Look at that.
Yes, and now I'm going to hand this off to someone.
Can I? I'll put it over here in the
No,
side.
no. I'm gonna hold it until I need to hand it off to someone who's going to take this away from me before I have a chance to break it.
Okay.
And yeah, there we go. There we go. We do have the 32 millimeter version here, which is, a little bit more manageable. Do we have a 32 millimeter character model around here somewhere?
We do have.
Yeah, I think
a
this
prop. Yeah,
it's
that's
a
an
little object, a little prop that is, roughly human size. So this is not, a gigantic dragon. The size category for this one comes from its length.
Yes.
And I love the solution of, just we want to make the dragon kind of fit here. So what we do is we coil it. So it fits into I believe this is either a large or huge base.
I think it's a huge base.
It's a huge base, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it's just kind of awesome. I do love the way that he is sustained by the cloud and the mist as well, which makes it look like he's actually flying around, floating, and it's just an amazing dragon.
Really cool.
So those were all of the character models for this bundle, but we still have a couple more things to get through. We have some objects.
Yeah. I would say the objects are comparable to the amount of characters, really.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So we should let's check out the village temple first.
Okay.
So with concept art by so we don't have the concept for it. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Just a second, you guys. So let's check out the Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. So the concept for this one was done by Katata, and the scope, which you guys are going to see in a second.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. That's the village temple. The sculpt, which you guys are going to see in a second, was done by Danny Boy Sanchez as well.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the sculpted version.
And this one is actually it's a very cool terrain piece, but it's also a dice tower, because whenever we do a building, you guys like to do it as a dice tower as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just a second, you guys. A couple of the videos are mixed up there.
Can we see that? Hold up. The video it's coming up. No. Yeah, we have you guys see.
Apparently, we had some spoilers come out already about our next bundle.
Well, that leaked, but we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit later.
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that is an object that is a little bit difficult for me to show you on the overhead camera, right?
Like, we can take a look, if we have the full camera video here.
It's the tower FDM compatible. I know that the masks are. I'm not sure about the tower.
We didn't do
Yeah, I don't think we have an FDM compatible version for the tower.
Yeah, it has a lot of fine details.
printable, but you need to.
To do it in resin, right?
No, you can do it in FDM, but you need to make the sports.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's possible to do the FDM. I think all of the parts, would fit into an FDM printer and all of that, but we don't actually have the. You would have to
support it.
Yeah, to do support yourself.
But let's show. Yeah, you have
It's not optimized for FDM.
this little golden cap here, and then we can throw the dice in there, and there we go.
Yeah, we
That is
also
really
have
cool.
a couple more dice here.
We
for,
do? Sure.
Just
Like-
just for the lols. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Let's see
Yeah,
if it
and
looks good. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I saw
Put the
12
cap
there.
back on. Yeah.
It's fair. There we go. Yeah, so the next object that we're going to show off here is the Sakura tree. The concept art for this one was done by Aleph Mingadi, which we're going to see right about now. There we go, it's really cool. And the sculpted version was done by Gabriel Hibner.
Yeah, so let's check out the sculpt here now. And the point of this sculpt in particular, this is a 32 millimeter model, the one I'm holding in my hands right now. But the point of it is that it should work as a kind of a small bonsai if you print it out. Like, this is just such a cool model.
Yeah. You can kind of keep it around as a bonsai until you
Yeah,
have to
it's a gigantic tree for 32 millimeters again.
Yeah,
you know.
we do have the little model here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's a good centerpiece for your comet, really.
It's great for a diorama, and it's great just as a little piece of decoration. This one is actually, fairly sturdy.
Absolutely. People are whispering off screen that it kind of looks like a giant broccoli. So
Yeah, it's we have a lot of clumps of flowers here. So from a distance, maybe.
Yes.
It's going to depend on how you paint it.
exactly. So moving
Next
on.
up, what do we have?
Yeah, we have the ceremonial dragon gate. Really, really cool. The concept for this one, which you're going to see right now, was done by Katatao, and the sculpted version was done by Gabriel Hubner as well. Hubner, yes.
Hibner.
Hibner, yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
So yeah, let's check out the gate here. Obviously, this one is based on a Tori gate. We didn't want to do a straight up Tori. We wanted to do more of a village passage thing going on here.
So we do have a question actually. If Lucas can answer this, how many pieces was the Sakura tree printed in?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna find out.
But it was
Not
multiple.
lot.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot. But I think the thing is the tree trunk is one piece, right? Or close one piece.
If it's two, the tree,
Yeah.
the trunk is one, the base is...
Yeah, so we have a couple of pieces for the trunk and the base. And then we have a bunch of branches with the clumps of flowers that you kind of assemble like a puzzle.
Yes.
And the reason we did that was to make it kind of easier to remove the supports. Because if it was just one piece, it would be kind of a nightmare. There would be supports between the.
And it's easy to sand and make the
Yeah.
finish it,
Yeah,
finish the small parts.
I don't know if you guys got that, but it's easier to do the finishing on the smaller parts than to try to figure out how to get into all the nooks and crannies of the completed model. So we do have the kind of dragon heads on the gates here, and it's just we have a little space so you can write wherever you want in there.
Okay.
And next up, what do we have? We have the war drums.
Yes. They're really, really cool.
Let's showcase the war drums. The war drum here has concept art by Katatao, and again sculpted by Gabriel Hibner. Just a big drum thing, big musical instrument, kind of a really cool scatter terrain to have. And I think we don't need to stand on this one too long. Let's move on to the samurai armor stand.
Yes.
And this one is kind of really, really small. It is a 32 millimeter model. It's an object, but it is the same armor that the samurai is wearing.
Yeah. The concept art for this one was done by Mateus Shashnet, and the sculpted version was done by Tiago Sa.
Wouldn't it be Mateus Shashinech? We don't know. Like a couple
Oh,
of
yeah.
a couple of
Shashinech.
these last names. Like there's people from Brazil from all over the planet.
Yeah.
So sometimes the last names are a little bit tricky even for us. But yeah, I think we should showcase the the village wall gates,
yes.
the wall. I think both of them have the concept art by Aleph Mengali.
So we have some modular terrain for the gates for the village, and you can also use it for like gates for houses. So yeah, the sculpted version for all of them, I believe, were done by Gabriel Hibne.
Yes, so we do have, we have the corner piece here and the capstone piece, and then we have the straight walls with the little arrow slit windows, and we have the actual gates here, which is a fairly sturdy kind of entrance gate, and like the doors swing and everything.
And they have doors on both sides, which is really, really cool.
Yep. There we go.
That's amazing. Okay. So should we move on to our props? Our 4 props for this bundle?
Yeah. Jesus. There's so much stuff. Just so much stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the dice holder. Yeah, this one is just straight up amazing cool. And the paintwork on it is just great as well. Let me just kind of the settings up nice here.
This is our Dharma dice holder. The concept art for it that you're seeing right now was done by Mateus Chachinet, and the sculpted version was done by Gabriel Hibne.
And for those of you who don't know, the Daruma, it's kind of a Japanese tradition. You get one of these things, you paint one of its eyes, and you make a wish. And when the wish comes through, you paint the other eye to kind of say thank you. But we kind of did it as they are just kind of really funny looking. They are really, really cool. And we wanted to do a dice holder, so that's what we did. And you can put whatever you want inside here, but I think dices are the really kind of go-to for it.
Looks amazing.
You can actually hear the dice moving inside. It's really fun.
Okay. So now we also have 2 other props, which are our Kunai prop and Shuriken prop.
Yeah, these ones are kind of simpler. They are smaller stuff, but they are kind of just so easy for us to do that we're like, why not?
Yeah.
Right? Like we were just originally we were just going to do the Daruma and the mask, but yeah, we decided to do this as well. So concept art by, again, Mateus Chachinet, and sculpt by Gabriel Hibne.
For both of them.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's take a look at it.
Yeah, this is...
It is really
a lot of people are going to have a lot of fun. I think this is a great thing to hang on a wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We definitely do not recommend throwing any of these at people. Like, this is not Naruto, right? This is like real life.
Yeah, please don't.
Please don't. Loot Studios takes no responsibility for whatever you do for prints.
You have been warned. Okay, should we move on to our last prop?
Yes, our last prop and the last model for this bundle. Let's talk a little bit about the mask.
Let's go into
Hannya mask prop.
Steps. Do we have the concept art for the mask? Okay, so this is the Hannya mask. The concept art was also done by Mateus Chachinet, and it looks amazing. But let's take a look at that sculpted version.
And yeah, the sculpted version, and we have a couple of versions for the mask, was done by Gabriel Hibner as well.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
This is the painted version we've kind of been hanging on and hiding. It is amazing.
Yeah, let's just showcase all and I think this one was painted by Felipe, right? Jesus Christ, I don't want to break anything. There we go. It is a really, really big one. But look at all of the detail. Look at the horns and the paintwork here that makes it look like it's, actually kind of real, or make of real bone, real teeth. All the line work, the kind of the black kind of lacquer look to it, the really shiny look. And let me try to put it on.
Here we go.
And if you don't like the big scroll thing in the mouth, then okay,
Okay.
let me hand it off to you.
Go.
Let's do this in parts. If you don't like the scroll in the mouth, we do have a version without the scroll, which is a little bit more. It's a little bit more classic, if you will. And
Answering a question we had in chat, it's not built in one piece. It is ready for smaller printers. So yeah.
but if you do want to print it in one piece, you can do this version, which is an FDM version. So this one is FDM, and it actually turned out really, really cool. If we can showcase that. This was printed on an FDM printer, and you can kind of see a couple of the lines there, but it came out like really smooth, actually. And if you want to do one piece, this is the one that you want to go for, FDM. We did try to, for the resin mask, we did try to make it as light as possible. So that is actually like a lot of the pieces are hollow. So, you shouldn't have any problems, actually wearing that for a costume, or if you just want to hang it on your wall, it shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah.
Even in FDM, we have a cutted part.
Oh, so we do, yeah. So we have the, in FDM we have the full size, the full mask, and we also have the cut up, mask. So you can pick whichever version you want to. Mm-hmm. Which is, I think that this one is fine. This one is FDM.
Okay.
Like filaments, it's a little harder for me to break.
Absolutely.
But I think this is all of them.
Yeah, that was a
Jesus,
lot.
that's a lot of stuff for this bundle. We kind of went all out. As I said earlier, this bundle has been in the works for a while. Last year we almost released it, but we realized, okay, we're going to need more time to work on stuff like this dragon, which came out awesome. Ouch! The horn actually poked me.
It's not, you're not gonna break it. It's gonna break.
It's gonna
you.
break me. Yeah, it's the revenge of the models. But yeah, I think it was worth the wait. The bundle is filled with really, really cool stuff. Yeah. And yeah, it is just awesome. Let's actually, as a capstone here, let's check out the video for the bundle.
Yes.
So yeah, let's go.
Okay.
What do you know of sea turtles?
To be a samurai is to live in stillness. Proof of what it takes to defend the village of Jidai from the demonic Oni. our souls. In this month's bundle, the Dragon Trail is waiting for you. 3D print highly detailed agent themed STL. Sign up now.
Oh, there we go. Now you guys should be able to hear us. So that's it. That's our Tales of Ryūbōken bundle. We will open up a little space for a Q&A section in just a couple of minutes. But we do have a couple of important announcements to make. Okay. So real quick, let's get back to our video announcements.
So really good news for you guys who have FDM printers and want to print the mask we just showed here. We're going to have a video about resin and FDM, what you should print in either of them. So that's going to be really fun. And we also are cooking up a new video, more of a doc style behind the scenes video about kayaks. And that's going to be really fun, but it's going to take a while still. It's going to be really good though. So announcements for...
Okay, so we have talked a little bit about the Legendarium of Dragons. So the Legendarium is our season, is our 6 month from January to June. We are doing dragons every month, and we have a little bit of a backstory going on that you can check out in our story so far section. There's a couple of magazines like that follow the story of, okay, what's happening in the background? How do all of the bundles actually connect?
What's tying in the season, kind of?
Yes, but we do have, and we have already actually revealed this in our community. So if you're not a part of them, just, join them, because you don't want to miss stuff like this, which is going to be our next loyalty reward.
Yes.
Alferiox, the dragon forebearer. Let's check out the illustration there. This concept art in this illustration was done by Guilherme Mota. Guilherme is actually one of our team leads for our concept artists. And the sculptor who is doing it is Rafael Sui. And if you recognize the name, you know that he's done some awesome stuff for us in the past.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is Alferiox. We are going to reveal a little bit more about his story as the season ends, but he is a kind of celestial dragon.
Yeah,
right?
I would just say that he has been mentioned in Lute's story before. So
yes.
Yeah, whoever knows that, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh, people are asking if you were going to sell this as a poster. We actually don't usually do stuff like that, but we may like Alferiox. Like, we have some really cool illustrations, especially with our concept, with our loyalty rewards, and like doing Alferiox or like kayaks or like Leandra. Like, we have a lot of really cool loyalty rewards, and doing them as a poster would be awesome. We're definitely going to release like screensavers and stuff like that, right? For this, if we haven't started doing that yet, we should.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Alferiox. And a couple of people were asking, okay, is that going to be June's dragon? That is going to be one of June's dragon, because this is going to be the loyalty reward. Yes. But the June's bundle is going to have its own thematic dragon. And a couple of you have already seen the spoiler of it, so you might as well come out of it and reveal the name of our June fantasy bundle. The capstone, the end of our Legendarium of Dragons season. The name is going to be
Roar of the
Everdeath. Yeah, there's a little bit of a mistiming there.
Yeah.
But yes, Roar of the Everdeath. And you can just imagine what type of dragon that a lot of you have been asking for a long time is going to show up in this bundle.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Roar of the Everdeath. I think that's one of the like the better bundle names that we came up with.
Probably, yeah. It is. It's gonna be really cool, guys. So stay tuned. I think that's the last of our
I think that's the last announcement, so we can get to...
Yes. Journey to Nidavellir week 4 days still going on.
I'm actually not sure. Is it?
That might be something
Someone is
interesting.
going to let us know in the comments. Yes, so I think we can open up to a Q&A section now. If you guys want to ask anything or make any comments, let us know what you think of this bundle. This is the time. You can also reach out to us in our communities, in our Discord or Facebook communities. We are always at least trying to answer as many questions as we can and trying to participate in the community as much as possible. And yeah.
Okay, so today is the 28th. Today is Hell's Day. So if you want to check out on our website, we are having some sales for our Journey to Nidavellir launch. So check that out. It's gonna be out for today and
Yes.
I think tomorrow. So yeah.
Okay, so Rextus is asking, how flexible / fragile is your resin? I know you guys have a local supplier, but the resin I use, I add some flexible resin to make myself far more flexible and less fragile. I think it actually comes down to we just don't have access to like that super flexible or that super durable resin. The stuff that we have is fine for the purposes that we use them for, but it's not it's usually not a good idea to drop our minis, and that's why we usually break them. I was especially worried about this bundle because unfortunately we had to send some of the models to be painted, and on their way back our postal service kind of did a number on some of these models, so they had to be glued back on and back together, but everything is holding out kind of fine today. Tetsuo is asking about the Welcome Pack 3.0.
Yeah.
We will have an announcement about it at probably at some point in May.
Yeah.
I think the we don't have a hard date yet, but it's probably sometime around June.
Around June. Like guys, this is taking a while because we're just
it's
a lot.
Okay, so it was already big, and then we kind of we went kind of crazy with it.
Yeah.
And that may have been a mistake because that's why it's taking so long, because it's kind of big and it's kind of there's kind of a lot there. So but I'm gonna let our marketing team and our customer service team let you guys know the details about it. But yes, sometime around June is the date, that is the overall date that we have right now.
Earl's commenting, insert shameless plug, end of campaign hard copy art book. Not quite, although we do have some things to tie up the Legendarium of Dragons season, so stay tuned, that's going to be interesting. But not quite yet. I would love to see that too as well.
Yes, Danielle Edvalson is saying we should connect with Display with regards to artwork. I think that would be actually a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think we have a partnership team now, and I think that would be a great way to do it. Francis Wilmelt. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Wilmelt. I'm sorry. How do you come up with your concept arts? Do you ever get suggestions from the community? We do get suggestions from the community. We do pay attention to a lot of stuff that you guys are saying, but we usually have a couple of people that are in kind of the bundle board, and we have these meetings. We have a couple of brainstorming meetings. We have an overall team. Everyone brings in their ideas. We discuss them. We pick out the best ideas. We pick out the ideas that some ideas that the community has been asking for, and then we come up with the overall overarching idea for the bundle. After that, we give it to our art team, gets to work on it. We actually get sometimes for some of the characters, we go through a couple of variations of the concept art, and that actually generates sometimes extra characters, right? Because the art is good enough, but it's just not what we want for a particular character in a particular bundle. So we just kind of save that in the vault for later. But again, yeah, we do take the suggestions from the community kind of very, very seriously. In fact, we do have, once in a while, we do have the community hero contests where you guys get to create your own hero, and then we create the art from there.
Are you going to do another season after the dragon? Rexus is asking. We are going to have another season after this one.
Yeah, we are just not quite ready to announce that one yet, but it's going to be a very, very fun one.
Yeah, there is another question, which is, have you already selected the theme for the next season? And the answer is yes. Yes, we have.
So Danielle is asking regarding dragons. I really want to see a clockwork dragon. Any plans or thoughts on a clockwork theme, either sci-fi or fantasy bundle? I don't think a clockwork dragon is in the cards just yet. The clockwork or steampunk, like that kind of sci-fi-ish arcana punk kind of Eberron vibe is something that is a bit tricky for us to do. So it's not in the cards just yet. Let's see here. What else? Is there a video anyone playing through a loot adventure? I don't think so. I think we did a couple of videos like way early when I joined Loot, but those are kind of old, and we had a lot of technical issues in the days that we recorded them. So there's that. Aurelian is asking, a small chest to print with a simple lock to put small objects or messages for roleplay. I think we actually have a couple boxes like that.
I think it's in sci-fi.
Yeah, I think we have a couple of boxes like that in the sci-fi subscription. We should probably do one for fantasy as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have these little box.
Yeah, but we don't have a locked box. I don't think. Yeah.
Let's see here. When might the next community hero happen? Actually, I'm actually not sure. I have to check out with the team. There is something that we are likely to start doing, which is which should involve, the community and the decision about our next loyalty reward. But we'll let you know how that unfolds. It's still, unfortunately, we're still not ready to share that with you. Will Alferiox be huge or gargantuan? And will it also be available to people who purchase the entire season in the future? Yes, it will be available to people who purchase the entire season in the future. I believe that's the correct answer on that. I'm not sure. I think he's gargantuan, actually, because I think he's comparable in size to Fafnir that we did for Journey to Nidavellir, but he should have the same overall base size, but he's going to be taller, I think, because of his pose. But Fafnir is also, standing on top of a rock, so I'm actually not sure which one's going to be the biggest one.
It's good to mention we're not going to have a statue version of
So Alferiox is going to come on a 32mm and a 75mm version, just like Fafnir.
Yeah.
But the 75mm version is designed to be, statue sized. Let's see here.
I love the comment from Earl. Loot, the uncontested king of negative space. Yeah. Like the shape of the minis is just something we really put a lot of effort in. So thank you so much.
Yeah, the silhouette is like really, really important.
Yes.
Yes, William Howard is already asking for a 2.0 version of something like this. What I actually would like to see is maybe us doing a journey to the east, right? Something like Journey to Valhalla, but with a theme like this, because there's a lot of breadth of themes to explore here. Yeah. There's a lot of characters that we can do, and we can have a lot of fun. Let's see here. What else? Lucky T is asking, is saying that we should make a steel STL. I think that's actually quite an easy one to do. We should look into that.
We have a question about the robes, I think, of the Oni mage. Are those painted on or they're part of the sculpt?
I think the details, the little texture thing, I think those are painted on.
Yeah, so there we go.
Aurelian is asking for more applications for transparent resin. We do have some stuff prepared and coming. We designing stuff for transparent resin is really fun. But sometimes it takes a little bit of more work because we have to test it out. A couple of the things that we have tried in transparent resin haven't worked as well as we wanted to, and we haven't like even released them. We left them for some time later. But yeah, transparent resin is something that we are always looking to do. Like people don't get too excited. Journey to the East is something that I'd like to do,
Yeah.
but it's not something that we have planned right now. Okay, like. Yeah. I think we're going to see how well this bundle does, and you know, I'm definitely going to be gunning for it. But Loot has kind of a lot going on right now. There's a lot on our plate. There's a lot going on in the background that we haven't, really announced yet. Yared is asking, have you guys considered doing more spell effects like the Entangled Condition Ring? Yeah, I think the spell effects are something cool to do. I think it was actually it was actually something that we were going to do for the Welcome Pack 3.0, but unfortunately it got cut because the scope of the project was already, kind of really big. But spell effects are something that we'd like to make available for kind of everyone. So I think the place where they're going to show up is in the welcome pack eventually. We may there are a couple of bundles in the near future that have spell effects on them, but it's just a couple and it's kind of spread out. Let's see here. Yeah, people are asking about a Mesoamerican bundle. Yeah, there's a lot of bundles that we would really like to do, but they're kind of tricky. Like this one was one of the tricky ones to find. Okay, when do we do this? When is the right time? Oh, Danielle Valson is asking, why do we keep the bundle teams secret? Why don't we have a calendar? Mostly it was because a lot of the time we didn't have all of the bundles figured out yet, so a calendar didn't make sense. But we are changing that. So as we are able to plan more and more into the future, and we know what we're going to do in the coming months, a calendar becomes a more feasible thing. So definitely pay attention to our community channels in the next couple of months. We are going to have, we're going to be, let's just say we're going to get a lot better about communicating what's to come.
Okay.
The Italian mob bundle would also be great.
Yeah. Also, any ideas for bundles that you guys have? We do have a channel in our Discord for you guys to send them. So yeah, go ahead and shoot all those ideas there.
Yes, and I think we are actually like winding down now. Maybe.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of comments and questions and suggestions. I wish we could get through all of them. But I think we are getting really close here. It's been kind of like an hour and a half. I think that's a good point to end the live stream so that people that come onto it later are not like, ooh, that's a long video, I don't want to watch it. We really want people to come to these live streams more often, or or that they can use it. You know, the bundle is only going to come out on Monday, so people can use it from this live stream from now until Monday to get their fix on, okay, what does this bundle actually have? So yeah, I think we are ready to end the live stream now.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Let me just pick up my mask here. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us through the whole live stream. This has been a great one. We had, you know, just a couple of technical issues, but very minor ones this time. And I think it went quite smoothly. I didn't break anything.
Yes. There's still time. Don't get the fake.
God damn it, man. So yeah, thank you guys and see you around.
See you around. Bye-bye.
What do you know of sea turtles?
To be a samurai is to live in stillness. Unproof of what it takes to defend the village of Jidai from the demonic oni. Then may the gods save our souls. In this month's bundle, the Dragon Trail is waiting for you. 3D print highly detailed agent themed STL.